Fernando opened a pizza box. Inside, there was 3/4 of a pizza. Fernando ate 1/2 of what was remaining. How much of a pizza did Fernando eat? Well, notice in the problem, they say that Fernando ate 1/2 of what was remaining. And the word of signifies that it is a multiplication problem. For example, imagine you had $6 and you spent 1/2 of $6. Most people would answer that that person spent $3. Well, to show that through multiplication, we would write 1/2 times 6/1. So we would do 6 times 1 is 6, and for the denominator, 2 times 1 is 2. And simplifying 6/2 would give us 3, showing that 1/2 of $6 is in fact $3. So let's apply the same strategy to this word problem. Well, it says that Fernando ate 1/2 of what was remaining, and that would be 3/4 of a pizza. So what we are trying to do is figure out what 1/2 of 3/4 of a pizza amounts to. So now that we have the problem set up, all we have to do is multiply straight across. 1 times 3 is 3, and 2 times 4 is equal to 8. So we would say that Fernando ate 3/8 of a pizza. Now another way that we can think about this problem is to draw a pizza and then break that into quarters. So when Fernando opened up the pizza, there was 3/4 of the pizza remaining. So we're going to shade 3/4 of that pizza. And out of those 3 large slices, Fernando ate exactly half of those slices. Now notice that you cannot cut the number 3 equally in half, but what we can do is we could cut each one of these 3 pieces in half. So if we cut each one of these pieces in half, what we are doing is forming eighths. And we're going to take this part that's already eaten and just cut that in half as well, so we can see that we have 8 equal parts. Now that we know that there are 6/8 remaining, we can take half of that because Fernando eats half of 6/8, which would give us 1, 2, and 3/8. This problem reads that 2 brothers had a total of 24 oranges. The first brother ate 1/3 of the oranges. The second brother ate 1/4 of the oranges. How many oranges did they eat altogether? Well, one strategy to approach with this problem is to figure out what 1/3 of 24 oranges is equal to. And also, we have to figure out what 1/4 of 24 oranges is equal to. Because the first brother ate 1/3 of all of the oranges, and the second brother ate 1/4 of all the oranges. And once we figure out how many oranges each brother ate, we can add those quantities together. Well, 1/3 is the same thing as dividing something into 3 equal parts. So essentially, this problem can be mental math. So let's just take 24 and divide that by 3. That would give us a total of 8 oranges. And to figure out what 1/4 of 24 oranges is, we could take 24 and divide that by 4, which would give us 6. So the first brother ate 8 oranges, and the other one ate 6 oranges for a total of 14 oranges. Now, if we were to carry out our multiplication, or do 1/3 times 24, we will see that that also gives us a quantity of 8. So if we multiply the numerators together, we would come up with 24. The denominators would yield a product of 3, and that gives us an improper fraction that we may simplify by doing 24 divided by 3, which is 8. And for 1/4 of 24, we can multiply the numerators, which gives us a product of 24. And on the bottom, we have 4 times 1, which gives us a product of 4. And 24 divided by 4 is equal to 6. So we can add 8 and 6 together, and that would give us a total of 14 oranges.